My son secretly dropped out of medical school and spent my money partying. Now he is demanding that I help him again. I sacrificed everything to put my son Jason through medical school, sold my rental property, cashed out my 401k early, took the tax penalty, worked double shifts as a nurse for extra money, moved to a one-bedroom apartment so he could focus on studying without worrying about money. Every month I sent him $5,000. Tuition, rent for his downtown apartment, food, books, everything covered. He promised he'd take care of me when he became a doctor, called me his hero, said he studied every night, sent me pictures in scrubs, talked about his rotations and professors. I was so proud. My son the future doctor. 3 years of payments, $180,000 total. Then last month I ran into his roommate's mother at the grocery store. She mentioned how nice it was that Jason and her son could build their entertainment company together. What entertainment company? What roommate? Jason lived alone to focus on studying. She looked confused. Her son had been living with Jason for 3 years. They threw parties every weekend, ran a DJ business together. Jason hadn't been in medical school since first semester. He dropped out after failing his first anatomy exam. Never told me. For 3 years he'd been collecting my money, spending it on equipment for his DJ business, throwing parties, taking trips to Miami and Vegas, living his best life while I ate rice and beans to afford his fake tuition. I called the medical school. They confirmed he withdrew in 2021. The registrar said they'd sent several letters to his permanent address, my address. Jason had been intercepting my mail. I drove to his apartment that night, his real apartment, not the studio I'd been paying for. A luxury penthouse I'd never seen. Music equipment everywhere, professional DJ setup, recording booth, 3 roommates I'd never met. Jason was in the living room mixing tracks. When he saw me, he didn't even look surprised, just annoyed that I'd shown up unannounced. I asked him about medical school. He shrugged, said it wasn't for him. Too much memorization, too many rules. He'd found his real passion in music, built a following, made connections. He was an artist now. I asked about the $180,000. He said that was an investment in his future. The money helped him network, build his brand, buy equipment. It all worked out because his business was taking off. He'd made $30,000 last year, only $150,000 less than what I'd given him. When I started crying, he told me to stop being manipulative, said lots of parents support their kids' dreams, that I should be proud he found his calling. His roommates agreed, called me cool for funding his journey, like I had a choice, like I knew what I was funding. I left without saying anything else. Needed time to process the betrayal, the lies, the stolen years of my life working double shifts, the retirement money gone, the rental property I'd never get back. Jason didn't call to apologize, didn't text to explain, nothing for 2 weeks. Then yesterday, he called with excitement in his voice. Big news, he had an opportunity. A famous DJ wanted to collaborate. They could tour together, open a studio, build an empire. He just needed startup capital, $50,000. Since I'd already invested so much in his education, what was a little more for his actual career? He'd pay me back double when he made it big. Promise. Just like he promised to become a doctor. I told him I'd think about it. He said there wasn't time to think. The DJ was meeting with other potential partners. This was his shot, our shot. We were a team. I was his business partner, not just his mother. Without me, none of this would exist, which was true. Without me, he'd have had to get a job instead of pretending to study medicine. I asked him to meet me at my apartment to discuss terms. He showed up in a Tesla. Leased, he said, for his image. Part of the business. He brought contracts, had everything planned out. I'd be a silent partner. 15% returns. My name nowhere on the documents because that would complicate taxes, but I could trust him. I let him present his whole pitch, watched him pull up spreadsheets, show me follower counts, play his latest tracks. He talked for an hour about his vision, his talent, his destiny, how this was the universe rewarding my faith in him. Then I handed him an envelope. Full story on channel. Link below.